Hello and welcome to our last night of 2020. This is our now recap video and award show. As I was going to prepare for this, I talked to many of you students and I gotta say, we have had a great year. And as we started talking about the different things we did, I couldn't help but just realize, man, for all the talk about 2020 having its issues, I think through all that stuff, we miss out on the fact that there was some really good stuff and really cool things that happened. And so tonight, as we go through our awards program, we're going to focus on some of the great things that happened in 2020 with our group. And then to start it all off, I have put together a montage, a video, of different things that I've done with you guys this year. Some of the things are from our group chat, and they're just things we shared. There's some memes in there. There's some pictures that are older, but that have come back and resurfaced, and we've shared them on there, as well as some jokes and things like that. So sit back, and before we begin, let's look at a recap video of 2020, all the really cool things that we've experienced.
And I'm speaking tonight, so tune in later. What is he doing? What is he doing?
But he must be training some new recruits because the chat members have been miscooking.
God, please bow your heads to me as we pray.
Almost all of them are owned by Disney. Oops, maybe even us. So hit it, Tim. These are top 5 ways to annoy your siblings. Where are you going?
What?
Titled Lil the Thrill, and I will recite it
Boredom. I had really nothing to do after school besides
right now. So go get them. And I'm under your bed. Corn. And somehow they landed up in the chip aisle. I know. Report. Stay safe, guys. Back to Tim. I'm the left elbow. Thank you, Tim. Amen. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. And all that fun stuff.
as you can see, that is definitely just showing you how great of a year this has really been. Even though it might have its downsides, man, there's been a lot of fun, and I'm sure you guys can remember a lot of those moments. Just a quick year in review. We started off last January, and that is the beginning of what is now known as the Now Chat. And it was basically a suggestion chat trying to find out what coffee or teas to buy. And it's turned into something so much more, and it's really, I have to say, it's been God's hand just really going and helping us build together as a group, using something as little as a thing that was made to order coffee. And so that started about a year ago. One of the first things we did on there was we created the meme competition. Many of you guys might know, but Jordan Kirsch was the winner of that. And she should be proud of it. In fact, I do believe she's putting on her resume from now on because it is that great of an honor. She is the Meme Challenge champion. Congratulations, Jordan. In February, we had our Formal Now, and our Formal Now was just a great night all together. We dressed up. We had a tremendous meal. We got to see the paparazzi, do the red carpet. It was just a blast. Our Formal Now. I can't wait to do it again. We did do CIY, and it had its shares of awesome times, and one particular near-death experience with me and Dewey's. But it was a lot of fun to go to CIY with you all, and especially just the whole trip. It will be something we will remember for years. Due to the pandemic, we had our Cyber Nows, in which we found a new talent for a few of our people, for a few of our students. Rylan became one of the best reporters and journalists that there's ever been. Caleb has helped us with a few sketches of his own. Overall, our Cyber Nows, man, the news show and all the stuff that went on around that, it really allowed some people to really shine and come out as leaders when before they were there, but just to see them as in this new light. We got to do the college spotlights where we visited a bunch of colleges online and talked to different people at those campuses. We got to visit Milligan, Russell School of Ministry, Ozark, Moorhead, and Johnson. And so if you were there for those things, that is awesome. You learned a lot, and I believe a few of you guys have really gotten to pique your interest about which college you're going to go to next year. Over the summer, we did a canoe trip in which I found out Matt Damon is a mean bully who will tip over people in their canoes. We got to enjoy a sports camp together with the D House, and with the Discipleship House, we put on a sports camp for some kids, and it was just a lot of fun. And once again, it got us an opportunity to see some people that are newer and really step up as leaders. And I really was appreciative of Alyssa, who came out, and just the hard work she put in for that as well. We also got to enjoy volleyball and softball. And we got ourselves a new Castle Square and got to enjoy that. But one of the coolest things about this year was it was the 5-year Now anniversary. That's right, we've been doing Now for 5 years. And we got to celebrate that on November 6th. And so I was really excited for that, the Now anniversary. But if you think about all the things that we've gone through, the question is, what was the best? What was the best Now event? I got lots of different views, but one stood out above all the rest. One that more people said, this is it, than any other. And that was Formal Now. So if you will, just take a moment here and watch this short little clip of some of the fun things from Formal Now. Man, see, there was a lot of cool things happening that night. And it's definitely something that a lot of you guys will remember. But we have a second award we want to look at, and this one is an interesting one. This one is the Now MVP. Now, how do you become the Now MVP? It's just because in some way you have stood out amongst everyone else to people who nominate you. We had quite a few nominations. In fact, we had 5 nominations for the Now MVP. And I did include some that nominated themselves, so you will have that. But we had Trevor Brown nominated. We had Emma Reed nominated. We had Jordan Kirsch nominated. We had Rylan Roten nominated, and we had Lillian Andrews nominated. And the Now MVP, the one who stood out amongst all the others, had multiple votes for them, goes to Rylan Roten. Congratulations, Rylan. You are the Now MVP. That's incredible. Congratulations, Rylan, on being the 2020 Now MVP. Now let's think about our lessons. What was the most valuable lesson that we've learned at Now in 2020? I put this out to you guys, and we've had a lot of great lessons. We've had a lot of great teachers. We've had Carly speak to us, I believe, twice. We've had Abram Crozier speak to us. We've had Rylan speak to us. Emma Reed speak to us. We've had preachers or youth ministers from Florida, Indiana, and Alaska speak to us. We had one from Michigan as well. We had different college professors from Michigan and Tennessee and from Ozark speak to us. We've had missionaries, one that was from Alaska, one from Alaska, one from India, and one that spoke to us who heads up the Celtic Christian Mission. And you think about all these things, all these people have spoken to us. They've given some great lessons. So what was the most awesome, the best, the most fantastic lesson we've learned? Well, I got your guys' responses, and the first one was this. The first lesson that someone told me that they really learned in 2020 was this: toilet paper can be very valuable. It's not really the spirit of the word I was going for, but you know what? It works. Toilet paper can be very valuable. We did learn that lesson this year. Also, that it is possible to go weeks without showering and no one notice. Tell you the truth, that one kind of scares me. And it says a lot more about you than anything else. But congratulations on going weeks. We've learned that the Monk's Blend needs to be mass produced. And I agree, that is a great blend of coffee. We've also got a student that said this year a lesson he's learned and due to Now was how to go and to be aware of talking to people he doesn't know. And you think about that, is a really cool thing that he learned. He learned how to talk to people he doesn't know. And I really credit you guys for that. You guys are incredible at making guests feel welcome. And that's such a great thing to see, because you bring someone in here and you make them feel like they are part of the group. And I'm so proud of each one of you guys for that. And for this young student, that was one of the things that stood out to him as a lesson he learned, how to be more like that. And it's attributed to all of you guys. So way to go, guys. I'm really proud of you for that. But overall, I got one message. I got multiple people that told me the same thing. And that was the thing they learned in 2020 with Now is that we don't have to be together to be together. You see, we were blessed in the time that all this stuff happened, because we had some stuff already set up and start working where even though we weren't together, we were still able to be together. We had technology that kind of, at this time, we've got the computers. We've got the cameras, we've got the text messages, and we've got those things. And so even though we couldn't be in the same room, we could still be together and we could still grow and bond together. And there are a lot of people in this group that we know each other better now than we did last year at this time. And we've hardly hung out in person. But we serve a powerful God, an awesome God. And that God has allowed us to grow close even though we're not close physically. So our lesson this year, we can be together and we can grow together, but we don't have to be together to do that. I think that's a lesson we can take on in our life, because as we go on, this group here is special. And as kids go away to college, students go to college, students move away, or as we grow up, remember the bonds and the friendships we have in this group. Always be there for each other, encouraging each other to follow God, to follow Christ, to grow closer to Him, and to grow as people, and just always be there to strengthen each other up. This brings us to our fourth award for the night, and this was the Most Improved Award. A lot of things did get improved this year. We had to improve our camera systems, we had to improve different events, even our coffee cups had to improve and become larger, because this year we were at home and we had to drink a lot of it. Very good. All right, so with that said, our most improved. Who was our most improved student? Now, to be the most improved student, it means that during this last year, everyone noticed how much you've grown. And that could be in your faith or just in how you grew, reaching out to people. But who this year, from last year at this time to now, do we think has grown the most? The first one was Austin, and he was mentioned. I also had Trevor mentioned. I had Carlton and Landon mentioned, and the person said because they were newer, but just from the time they came in, they were a little quieter, but as the times went on, they were more and more open and more hanging out with them. So Carlton and Landon were both mentioned. Rylan was mentioned because she definitely came out of her shell this year. And Emma Gillespie was mentioned. And when we look at this, who was the most improved? The winner of this category goes to Emma Gillespie. She came out of her shell quite a bit. She stepped up as a leader. And in fact, a couple weeks ago, she actually led the worship for the Sunday morning thing with Alyssa and Natalie. The three of them got up there and they were up front. And just seeing her being willing to take on that role and take on a role as a leader, Emma Gillespie has really improved and grown in that way. But you can also see she's grown spiritually. She has definitely been a person who is seeking God and growing closer to Him. So we're very proud of you, Emma Gillespie. You have been voted the Most Improved Award for 2020. Our last category is the New Friend Award. And this category was originally meant to be for our newcomers to now. The ones who hadn't been here before but had started coming to now and enjoying our time with us. And I think about a lot of the really cool things is about now. One of the coolest is this is a time for us to grow as a group. And we do that by inviting friends. And we've had a lot of friends invited in. You know, we've got Seth, we've got Isaac, we've got Kata, we've got McKenna, we've got some newcomers with Carlton and Landon. We've got different people that hadn't really been attending often but started attending more this year and actually joining us in the group with Julia and Laura and Tori, and they've kind of become this new group. Anna Beth kind of graduated up and moved in. But who is it? Who is the New Friend Award? And this is just the person that, of these new people, really stuck out. I did find it interesting that a few people took this award, and they actually were talking about people they knew, but they weren't really close with. And over the last year, they've grown close with. In fact, both Emma Gillespie and Jordan went this path, and they both wrote each other. And their reasoning, you know, they knew of each other, but they weren't close with them. And over this year, they've gotten to become close friends. I think a lot of that has to do with Mandalorian. but there might be some other things that really made these two bond. But that wasn't the spirit. So who was it? The newcomer, the newcomer of the group award. I had multiple people nominated, but one person was nominated by more than one person. They were nominated by 3 different people. And that goes to Carlton McCormick. So Carlton, congratulations. You are the 2020 recipient of the New Friend Award. We hope you treasure it, and we are so glad to have you, as well as our other new friends, join us each week. I gotta say, I've really enjoyed getting to know you, and I can't wait to do more things with you. Well, that's it, folks. That makes a wrap for our 2020 video. It's been a good year. We can go and get caught up on all the negatives, but when you really look at this awards program and you look at all the things that have gone on, we have had a great year. I cannot wait to see what 2021 brings. I can't wait to see what 2022 brings and 2023 and on and on and on, because in all things, God is moving and God is powerful. And we think about this year, and yes, there were struggles, but God has shown himself to be above the struggles, to be stronger than the struggles. And I think about this group and how close we've grown. You guys are incredible. And I can't be more honored to be around you guys and part of the ministry with you guys. So thank you. If you want to raise your cups to 2020, but on to 2021, that we can continue to grow close and we can continue to share God's message with this world, and we can continue to grow closer to him. Cheers. And it's good to see you guys.